Good late evening, early morning, diecast friends, brothers, sisters from all four corners of the planet. This is part two of that haul I had the other day over the last 4 months. We got through the Matchbox. Tonight we're getting through some Hot Wheels in a new feature I'd like to call 10 Car Tuesday. One, because it's Tuesday, and two, I've got 10 cars to show you. So I'm definitely taking some inspiration from our very popular Australian brother, Deth. If you haven't checked out his channel, please do so. He shows some wonderful stuff, and he's got a great sense of humour. And he does Mystery Box Monday, so I'm doing 10 Car Tuesday. I can't see Wednesday being very appealing, can you? Because all I can think of is 1 Car Wednesday, and that won't be very good, would it? So anyway, let's on with 10 Car Tuesday. I'm not even going to say it's a now and again feature. So the first 2 cars are with Johnny Roman in mind here, and it's the first time, like I say, we've been in lockdown in England so far. The stock hasn't really moved in, but what we're doing is getting some old cases of stuff I missed. Now, I would never naturally or normally buy the Tankinator, but at the same time, Johnny Roman sent me his Husky comma van for restoration. He also slapped me a fantasy casting in, knowing full well I hate fantasy castings as a rule. What can I say? But he sent me like a Dinosaur type car in and said, "Go on then, do a custom on that." Well, I've looked at it and looked at it and looked at it, and I don't know. And then I remembered seeing the Tankinator on other people's channels, and I'm thinking, right, okay, maybe I can take that Dinosaur car and rob some bits off the Tankinator, and I don't know, do some sort of fantasy car, maybe symbolic of a Gaslands vehicle. I've never done one, and seeing the work that 24 HD Cat does, and Super Bad Videos, and Mike Espo, just to name but 3. I think I've seen enough of them now to maybe tackle one of my own. And whatever the results are, Johnny, you will be getting it back. But anyway, so I thought, right, here's some valuable parts that we can rob off this. So I bought this casting. And here we are, part 3 of 5 from the Hot Wheels Ride-Ons. Yeah, it's got some fancy exhaust system going out the back there. It's got some fancy red chrome work going on there for the driver's viewpoint, I suppose. Very little more to say about it. I hope these are nice close-ups for you, Mike. And I hope you got your internet service back again, sir. Yeah. Anyway, this is to rob parts off. So we will see what comes of that one when I've got space in my itinerary to start doing that. So that's the Tankinator. I also got this second car with that project in mind. This might be a good platform. I think a lot of you have seen this now, the Erskine Steinrod, which reminds me colour-wise of the Rip Rod to a degree. I like that exposed engine. I like it. Looks, I mean, you look at that top, it looks so heavy duty. That just may lend itself to a Gaslands vehicle with parts from the Tankinator and parts from this Dinosaur-esque car Johnny sent me, and we'll see what unholy alliance we can come up with. I said there's plenty of inspirational people out there that do these things. I might nick that motor for myself because I've got a project coming soon. I'm putting the parts together again, but it will be, oh, what do you call these things? Oh, a gasser. I'm thinking of doing my own gasser for somebody, and it'll be quite different to everything else that's out there. I will give my mate 57 Fordsman a shout out because I've seen him do a wonderful open back van gasser, which has given me a little inspiration as well. So the first two cars there were just bought really for parts to see what I can come up with. I'm not saying it'll be any good, but unless you try, how will you know? So I was speaking to another great YouTuber from our community, Bees Diecast Collection, and if you haven't checked this lady out, please do so. She has got so many fantastic ideas brewing in her head. It verges on genius sometimes. And we spoke about this car. I said, I've just got it, but I've never shown it because, again, I was just picking bits and pieces up. This, of course, is the 8 crate from the Rod Squad, 7 of 10. Short cards, always Euro. And I'm sure this is based on a real wagon. I mean, I've seen that classic front end. Maybe Mattel just big stole and borrowed. But I do like the 8 crate, and I like this sort of mint white and black livery, even the silly tyres. I think I've got 2 other recolorings of this one, so that'll be 3 of these. And we know I like to collect things in at least 4s because that makes up a whole row on a play now. Of which that series will be resuming soon by request. Casting number 5, Custom Cadillac Fleetwood. I got this when it came out in the green and black livery. I think that was the last one. This is a repop of this one. Another one from the Rod Squad. This is 8 of 10. I think these are all pretty much, yeah, G cases. I think it's our first letter that A, B, C, D, F, G, H. Yeah, I think this is backdated. So I don't know whether this one was out before the green one or the blue one was after the green one. But anyway, it's a sort of real funky, well, if it didn't say, you know, Cadillac, I'd have believed it was a fantasy casting. It is so sleek. It looks like a vehicle that should be out of Batman Arkham Asylum. Very, very sleek, very classy. Yeah, I'm not opposed to it. I'm not going to tell you it's my favourite fantasy casting or even favourite reality casting because it's not, but I like it. I quite like it. Formula E Gen 2 car. I've tried to get into the electric racing car thing and I cannot. I really, really cannot. A couple of friends have got electric cars at work, and when they pull away you just hear the sound of silence. And after everything we've learned through our generations about being petrol heads and the sound of thunder and the roar of the engine and the smell of the gasoline and oil, but I do have quite a number of Indy cars and Formula One cars from various time eras, if you like. And so I thought, well, I quite like the shape of this car. If you look there at the top, it's pretty darn funky and futuristic. And I suppose that's what the E-Gen message is. And so I quite like this. So I thought, well, I'll add it to that sort of growing sub collection if you want. Like the car, don't like electric. I still think, from what I've been told, that that battery technology has got a long way to go yet before I'd certainly start thinking about purchasing one. And then I think the only reason I'm going to purchase one is that the government are trying to close down diesel and petrol engines over the next so many years. Whether I'm still driving or still alive is debatable. Anyway, that's your first 5 cars, and we're coming on to the things that make me smile the most. I have driven myself mad trying to get one of these. I've dropped hints. I've spoke to other collectors who have seemed to have found a plethora of them, and I couldn't get anybody interested. I've happily bought one, traded for one. I love Aston Martin. It's a great British tradition. And I saw the Vulcan. I've since seen it in green as well. I've spoke to one or two of you about it. And again, yeah, we got that G logo there, look. So if I'm wrong, I'm sure somebody will put me right, but I don't think I am. But yeah, and finally I came across the Aston Martin Vulcan, and I was so happy. You know what it's like. Gary's diecast predominantly, he doesn't press panic buttons on collecting, but he fully knows that the victory is a lot sweeter when you're being made to wait for these things. And I suppose I might not have got this if it hadn't have been for lockdown. So it's a tiny something that's come good out of that situation. I can't think of anything else. But yeah, I love this casting. I love the futuristic shape. I've seen pictures of it in real life, and believe you me, it's a lot better in real life. Oh, hell. What a beast of a car. But this is nice. I've wanted it for so long, and now I've got one, and that victory is so much sweeter now. I've waited and waited and waited. Patience has been rewarded. Beautiful 95 Mazda RX7. There we go. What a Bobby Dazzler paint scheme. Nice simplistic tampos, nothing in your face. Wheels I quite like. No detail on the back. No detail on the front. But I do think that is a pretty wicked casting, and for me an accurate representation of an RX7 95 model. This one from Hot Wheels Turbo. Yeah, these all seem to be G case fine, so we'd actually passed this one, or this case, already by in the UK, and it looks like they're backtracking now due to the state of the planet at present. This I love. I haven't got too many of these. The 86 Monte Carlo SS. That is a classic American shape for me. You know, when I picture America, 70s, 80s, I picture these. I don't know what you call them. Is this a sedan? I mean, it's only a 2-door, so that'd sort of make it a coupe, but it's a big old casting. I mean, look at that ridiculous thing on the bonnet. Don't know about that. I like that. The side view is lovely for me. That is Americana there. Nothing on the back. Nothing on the... Oh, no, we've got some lens headlights, which I guess is echoed from the cockpit glass. Love the artwork. That thing on top just seems way out of proportion for me. But anyway, I'm happy to have it. That looks beautiful. And so the last two pieces, a Renault Alpine. It doesn't say Renault on there. A Renault Alpine A110 Cup. My friend Aurelie will be screaming at me. Yes, it's a Renault. I don't know why they didn't put Renault, but the Alpine is an absolute classic racing vehicle from Europe. We have got some detail on the front there, look. Tampoed headlights. They're doing that a lot more nowadays, and I like it because it adds some depth there. But again, nothing on the back. I don't know why you'd only 50% finish something off. Hate the wheels. I hate these star wheels. You've heard me say it over and over again, and I'll never change my tune. So this one will be for a rewheeling. Get some real riders on there and make it look more of the beast that it actually is. But fine racing pedigree car from Renault, that, and still very popular now. Very expensive. You can get some of the older retro ones. My golly, did I go for a pretty penny. Oh, sorry, yeah, I was mentioning my French friend, Aurelie. That's from Quakey Garage. He runs a fine line of vintage matchboxes, amongst other things. Please check him out also, Quakey Garage. And I suppose I've saved this one for last because this one I think I like the most of the current prop. Again, yeah, G-Case. The beautiful Audi RS5 Coupe. Mattel have done a good job on this one. I don't mind the wheels. The artwork's beautiful, look at that. The car has a deep lustrous paint job on it. It looks like the windows are smoky blacked out, so I'm wondering there's probably no cockpit in that. That's how they've kept the cost down on this car, because if you look at the front, they've gone to town on that. That is a very, very accurate depiction of the front end of the Audi. You've got them newer style Tampo headlights, which suggest depth and multitude of lights in there. You have got the Audi badge within that famous nose cone, and there's even a little red RS in there, going down onto the front fairings. And then at the back, they haven't spared the expense here. Also, if I can get that in focus, so there you've got a license plate, you've got the rear lights, clusters tampoed on. You've also got that famous Audi badge, and I can just see the make next to the license plate on the inner side. I think the light's just catching it there. But that is a nice casting and a good honest depiction of a super European car. So yeah, very happy to pick that up. I believe this was the G as well. Yeah, so I felt lucky finding a few castings from a case that I thought had passed me by in my region of the UK, the northeast. So yeah, and that's the accumulation of, I think it was 2 sessions I had at a shop you've heard me mention called B&M. And so that's 10 Car Tuesday. Whether it'll ever appear again or not, I do not know. But yeah, so shout outs. I've said that during these times, particularly with me being inactive, there's certain channels that are my go-tos really, and it happens at certain times of the day. Now, I've said this to Gary openly from Gary's Diecast Collection, that I love watching Gary's videos late at night, especially his talkies, because he's got such a 24 karat gold voice. He won't realise it. It's just his normal everyday pitter patter. But to me, he sounds like Isaac Hayes. He sounds like, I can't remember the name of the soul singer. The Walrus of Love. Barry White, that's it, do apologise. He has such a smooth voice and a gentle way of presenting, and it relaxes me. And when you're in pain or full of worry, a bit of Gary talking in your ear next to your bed through your device, in my case it's a tablet upstairs, I appreciate it muchly. And that is when I choose to listen to Gary's videos. I'll store them up through the day as a rule and listen to them on the night time, and it puts me in a state of relaxation that I really, really appreciate. It's almost like an ASMR effect on me, and especially, Gary, if you're cracking the cars out, I love the sound of the packaging. I put my headphones on and it just tickles me. It sounds weird, but it's funny what people hear. So Gary's Diecast, appreciate you, buddy. My late night companion, and Nitro Speed. The man is so close to 300. Please help him out. He bangs out some FD content. Very prolific poster. Got a fascinating collection. And please give him your support if you haven't already. Appreciate you. Mike, Mike if you're American, Mick if you're English. Fordman, another source of relaxation. Such a lovely, lovely, laid-back style of presentation. Fantastic. Again, relaxation. Hang on, he's every word. That Canadian drawl is just fantastic, and he's got some great stories to tell and information packed. Oh, who else am I thinking of? I suppose Tune Tracks, Chris and Jason make me laugh. There's so many subliminal messages or little hidden funnies within the video. I try and spot them, and me and Chris will have a laugh when I can be asked to comment. And now I've got a back catalogue, super bad videos, back making some diecast and MRE videos. I appreciate them. He's got something that makes me smile. The list goes on and on. Happy belated birthday to Edgar's Diecast, our South American brother. He had a birthday a few days ago. So belated birthday wishes to you, Edgar. Jay's Diecast. Oh, good God. DS Toys. DS Collectibles. I shall do so many in the coming videos, but anybody that I'm subscribed to so many, and it's not always easy to leave comments because you get replies, and we all know as YouTubers sometimes you get overwhelmed and you could spend every waking moment answering. But the main thing is I appreciate these guys' input, I appreciate the guys' output. Cleany channel. Don't understand the weirdest saying, being Brazilian, but it's patently obvious what he's getting across with his magic straw-like pointer and his laser targeting. You know, I've never seen a man do such a comprehensive review of anything and everything. Fascinating. And so I'm going to leave it for there now. I'm doing my usual Babylon. We've gone for 23 minutes, which is at least 10 minutes shorter than I usually do. Big shout out and hello to Ron's Muscle. Ron, I've got so much to catch up on, just like I did before, and I will do, my friend. Your content's far too good to be overlooked, and it never will be in my humble little abode. So I'd like to bid you all a good night or a good morning. I'm going to go up to bed now and launch this, well, not launch this video, upload it. So by the time you get it, it will be Tuesday day. It is just Tuesday morning here in the UK, only just. And I hope you enjoy it. Please share, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell if you feel obliged to. I don't often ask. You know, everybody's free to make a choice. If you like what I do, then please subscribe. If you don't, God bless you anyway. So that's all from me, and I will say good night. Cheerio.